James Lynch here for Inside Fighting. Is great catching with Brandon Royval. We're a couple weeks removed from that big win at UFC 329 over loner Kavanagh. I'm getting him in the car today. Brandon, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Just trying to get a bunch of stuff done that I avoid when camp's going on and all that stuff. So just trying to get some business done today and then I'm going to practice right now to go watch the gentleman.
Okay, cool. Well, that's good. Yeah, and obviously you neglect a lot during camp, so probably a couple weeks it takes you to kind of get back to normal and all that. But like I mentioned, there we're a couple weeks removed from the win. That was a pretty awesome victory, man. Submitting loner Kavanagh in the third round. Just, now that you've kind of had a little bit of a chance to kind of digest the victory, just how impressed were you that you went out there and got to finish loner Kavanagh?
I was super impressed, man. I'm just super happy to kind of get the W, be back in the winning column. I missed it for sure. Winning in the UFC is so hard, bro. And it's just one of those things that it's like, you always take it for granted when it's there, but it's like, God, winning in the UFC is just such a hard task by itself. Winning a fight's hard, but winning in the UFC in the highest caliber against, a really skilled opponent like Loner Kavanagh is just, it's something that I was like, I want to make sure I'm just embracing that was a hard task and a very hard fight and all the above, and just making sure that I'm not just blowing past it and just like on to the next one right away. I am going to do that, but it's just like, just taking it in,
Yeah, no, absolutely. And obviously you have a lot of fans already, but what's been the feedback from that win in particular? Because I think you impressed a lot of people, man, if they haven't already been impressed by a lot of your fights. But I felt that one, especially getting the finish late in that one, that was very impressive.
Yeah, man. I was super stoked about everything. I gained a little bit of a following on Instagram too, which is always really good for just negotiations and, sponsorships and all the above. So I appreciate everybody that's fucking following me now. It's really cool. And then just as far as like the performance and just like the thing in theirs, man, I felt like I did really good striking against him. I had two big moments, but it's like for the most part, I feel like I was doing really good everywhere and just all around really good martial artist. And I've never really been able to show that, and I've never shown it before. So it's cool to just get takedowns in there, pick them apart from a distance and play smart, and then, get back into my reckless abandonment still. But, so it's just, I got to have fun in all martial arts.
How many people messaged you after the fight saying they won money on your fight with you being the underdog?
Okay, not much, bro. I more took everybody's money, which is what I'm really stoked about. Bro, I enjoy being a little bit of a villain here, but maybe it's just like not being a villain, but it's like I just feel like I'm constantly disrespected in the odds, and it's like I get it sometimes, but it's like going into that Tatsuro fight, I think I was like a negative 350 or something like that, and I was like, how is that even possible?
Mm-hmm.
And then with Loner Kavanagh, it's like I expected me to be an underdog. He just came off a big win. I came off two big losses, and so I expected some doubters, but it's nothing better than. I like proving people right for sure, but it's nothing better than proving someone wrong.
Speaking of money, what'd you do with the bonus money? Obviously, you got some diapers to buy and everything else being a dad, but what are you going to be spending the performance bonus on?
Two things. The first thing I told Bobby Green, me and him were talking, like we're both being on the same card. I'm like, he was like, you're gonna try to take that bonus money, and I said, I'm gonna take the bonus money. But I was like, but what I will do with that bonus money is I'll buy a pair of your shorts with it. So
nice.
I got to still buy a pair of Bobby Green shorts, and then his little custom shorts, and then I'm buying a rental property. So I close in
awesome.
like maybe a couple of days, but soon.
Good stuff. So did you own properties already, or is this your first one?
No. This will be like my 10th.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. You got a whole bunch then, huh?
Yeah. I'm buying one in like Kansas City, Missouri. I have a real estate agent that reached
Okay.
out to me and was like, you're going to make a lot of money off this, or like not a lot of money, but like a decent amount. And it's just worth the return on the investment. So just trying to be smart when it comes to that.
Good for you. How long have you been doing the rental properties?
Pretty much like 2 years after when I got into the UFC.
Oh, really?
I bought my second house, and then I was able to rent out my first house, and then it's kind of like a slow process, but I pretty much bought at least like a duplex or something of that sort every fight for like the last 2 years now. So it's been
good for
it's
you.
been pretty cool. Yeah. Just trying to be smart with it. I'll probably venture off to try to buy some different kind of assets, but as of right now, it's real estate. It's kind of what I know best.
Okay. And is that something you see yourself going into once the fight career is over? Obviously, you have lots of time left, but,
It's something I want to lean on for sure. It's not anything I really want to do long term, or like I don't want to be a real estate agent or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like I do like looking at properties. I like buying properties. I like money, you know. So, you know, anything that will kind of feed into that, I'll always buy real estate. I'll always try to keep buying real estate or something of that sort that'll be helpful or beneficial in the future.
So at the presser, you mentioned you wanted to fight Asu next. Has there been any update on that fight? I don't know if your management's talked to the UFC at all. Is there any sort of headway on that matchup potentially happening?
I had surgery like 2 days after the fight, so I'm kind of screwed for a little bit.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah. So what broke or what happened?
I broke like the side of my foot, or not the side of my foot, like the side of my ankle. I don't know if it's from a kick or what really. I know that it happened like before the third round, because like I remember walking out for the third round and kind of being like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
But then you're in the middle of a fight, so it is what it is. But yeah, I remember like taking a few steps out there and being like, "Oh, that's not right." And then I went to go run up the cage, and when I went to go run up the cage, I couldn't make the jump because I tried to lead, like jump off it, and I was like, so I just thought it was like normal swelling or anything. And then like I'm not like saying I have like good pain tolerance or anything, but I called the UFC and I'm like, hey, like it's Sunday, I knew it was Sunday, but it's like, hey, I think something's really wrong with my foot. Like I'm actually hurting really bad right now. And they got me in on Monday, and they're like, oh yeah, you broke your foot pretty bad, so or like my ankle or whatever, pretty bad. So, I had surgery the next day.
Okay, and it sounds like it went well. Is there any sort of timeline on the recovery and when you could get back in there? What's like ballpark they gave you?
I think 6 weeks is like the recovery time. I'm not 100% sure, bro, because of how quick everything kind of happened.
Yeah.
And then a lot of the questions I was asking, I was like just out of fucking surgery, so I don't really remember much of the conversation.
Yeah, well, I mean, the timing's not terrible. I know you did want to fight before the baby's there, but also you can probably take more time to do that type of stuff, right? To get ready for the baby.
Hey, I'm swinging for like I don't know, November. I want to talk to the UFC and my manager, but the baby should come at least late September, early October, and then I just want to fight by November at the very least.
MSG, I'm assuming.
I don't know, bro. I really want to fight in Denver. I want to try to get a Denver card. Looking for a picture of me and Corey so we can just go back to back again in Denver. That'd be fucking sick. But I would love a Denver card, man. That's just like my ultimate dream. So I'm trying to just, barter with the UFC and just be like, yo, I get a lot of love out here in Colorado, man. I'm very lucky in that sense. And, I put on fucking sick fights. And then also just like, dude, there's so many good fighters in Colorado. It's like we can make a card of just Colorado fighters. Yusef Zalal, Corey Sandhagen, Curtis Blades. The list goes on. I mean, I think Justin Gaethje's too big for a Colorado card, but damn, Justin Gaethje, bro, all the above, man. It's like it'd be cool to just have a sick Colorado card,
Well, it sounds like, I mean, the rumor is I think they're going back to Utah, so that might kind of put a wrench in those plans because they're obviously pretty close together. Would that be a good consolation prize, or it's got to be Colorado?
Fuck Utah.
No, I did tell them.
Utah so much.
Yeah.
Why do they go to Utah so much, bro?
Well, my understanding is, I might be wrong about this. I think there's certain places that will like kind of accommodate the UFC. Like I think certain places will like, they charge the site fee and all that stuff. But I know there's certain places that they go to that treat them very well. And I've heard Utah is one of them where like they kind of roll out the red carpet and the UFC's like, okay, sure, we'll come here because they accommodate them well.
It's super popular in Utah too. We found one of the Utah cards with Alex.
Yeah.
And it was pretty cool. Like all around it was really cool. It's just, I just want to go to Colorado, bro. I got nothing on Utah, bro. The Mormons are amazing. They're all really good people. That being said, Denver card be sick.
Yeah. Yeah. No. You don't need to twist my arm. I'd love for them to go to Denver and do an event there because it's been a bit. I can't remember the last one. I can't remember.
Just get me out of the T-Mobile, bro. I can't stand that arena.
Why? What don't you like about T-Mobile?
Bro, I've lost almost every fucking fight I've ever had there. It's like
not the last one. Not the last one. But
yeah. Bro, you know what's funny is all I could think about was when I pulled up in there. I was like, I'm gonna get revenge for my Avalanche, bro. Like,
oh, that's right. Yeah.
What the Knights did to it, and cool.
Yeah. No. Fair enough. By the way, something you mentioned there about being a dad and all that, and you kind of revealed it at the press conference. I don't think anyone had knew about it until you mentioned it at the presser. When did you actually find out about the news? Like, how much? When did you find out you were going to be a dad?
I don't know, like 7 months ago.
Okay, gotcha. But you kept it under wraps pretty good. I don't think many people knew.
Yeah. I just want to kind of keep like the bad elements away and all that other stuff, and just make sure her pregnancy's going well and all the above. So just kind of keeping it close to heart, but it's like it's coming. So it's there's gonna be like a month and a half to 2 months where I'm gonna be showing up with a baby, and might as well just have that in the forefront of people's mind right now, you know.
Yeah, no, for sure. Did your girl, was she cool with you telling everyone the news, or was it one of those things that you kind of slipped up at the presser telling people about the pregnancy?
She's cool with everything, man. She's just such a soft-hearted person. But that being said, is she hasn't announced that on her like pages or anything yet. She's gonna wait a little bit, but yeah, no, I was just too excited. So
Yeah.
she it was.
Well, I know she's become like a meme now too, so you probably want to keep the personal life a little bit separate since you were kind of memed to death with that whole situation. Yeah.
Absolutely, and that is like another thing. It's like I get a lot of love, and I'm like I appreciate the love. But it's like such get hate messages on like a daily basis. So it's like announcing something that's really like meaningful to you in your life and like personal and like pregnancy is obviously like modern technology is amazing, but like things can go bad, and announcing that publicly is always scary because I don't know what kind of weird wishes people have and all that stuff too.
There's been people hating on it from you that you've got hate comments?
No, nothing yet. But it's like, yeah, I'm always mindful of it because anything you announce in public is like, it's out in the public, especially like, platform or whatever. So it's like even after the fight, it's like I get a lot of hate messages too, where it's like, you get a lot of love messages, but the hate messages are also like kind of what takes a little bit of a toll on you if you let it. But like, I know that I have like a soft spot with, my baby on the way. So it's like, I was really worried about anything negative coming to that because I could rip someone's soul apart with that, like you want to at least.
Yeah. No, I think you handled it great, and just again, just kind of throwing little things out there, which is good. We talked about your injury. What did you think of McGregor's injury in the main event? We didn't get to talk to you after, obviously, because the McGregor event or the fight was after. What did you make of the injury, and do you think he fights again?
I'm not really sure. I think he fights again. I'm glad Max cashed out. Yeah, I don't know. It was a weird circumstance, right? Like it was really weird. But I guess quick recovery to him. I hope Max and him get a rematch and Max cashes out double, or gets a title shot or something that cool, But that being said, is like I don't know. There's really not much to make of it. It's just like, damn, that sucks.
You talked a little bit about the Avalanche there. Have you been following the offseason? They haven't. I mean, the problem with Colorado is like their team's kind of set. They can't really move too many pieces or put things around. Have you been kind of keeping tabs on the team?
Yeah, I hope they don't move too many pieces either, man. I feel like the team's great. I'm really bummed that we lost Stanley Cup this year. I really thought this was our year, but there's always next year, and I don't know, man. Dude, they're so great. They're really good right now. So really pissed about the whole entire Golden Knights things, but it is what it is, man. I'm impressed with the Avs always.
Well, the Golden Knights got worse in the offseason. They lost Dorofeyev because they had to re-sign a lot of these guys. So I think Vegas has got a bit weaker this year. So maybe Colorado can get him again next year. But I don't know if you're aware of this. Colorado, they lost their GM. He went to Nashville. I don't know if you saw that. So Joe Sakic is running the show now again.
Bro, that's what I want to hear. I don't know. I love it when the old Avalanche players end up running the show. Joe Sakic, man, is just like, I don't know, like an ultimate hero.
He's a legend. Well, he's a legend here because he's from my neck of the woods here in British Columbia. That's where he's originally from.
I didn't know he's from British Columbia, but I know he's from Canada. And yeah, bro, he's a legend out here too, man. Joe Sakic could run for governor or whatever, and I'll go with him.
Can you imagine if he did? Yeah, I think he'd get a lot of votes because he could have like gone back to Canada, but he stayed in Colorado. He's like a full-fledged Colorado guy now since being an executive.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
but he's like I said, he could be mayor down here. We all love him so much. Same thing with like John Elway. I think John Elway did run for office one of these years, but like it's funny. Like we worship our athletes in Colorado. Everybody, I assume, but. Bro, I know Derek Wolfs wants to go for like a governor or mayor or whatever, and it's like that will probably win, bro. Everybody loves him, So it's kind of how much we like stock we put into it. But Joe Sakic, man, that man's never did me wrong. I think I took pictures of him as a little kid, all the above, So I think he's just a great human, and I think he'll look out for the Avs to the fullest.
There you go. Well said. Okay, last question. What else are you doing with your time off? Is it just kind of supporting your teammates? Because like I said, you mentioned it there. You're sidelined for a bit. So is it just helping your teammates, helping your girl, all that stuff? Is it just kind of doing all the things you can't do?
Yeah, bro. I mean, I'm trying to go to as much practice. I like keeping routines up, and routines like super important for me. So like I'm about to head to practice right now. Bro, it really sucks because it's in my leg, and it's like I'm gonna cast. So like I'll just spend like lake days and stuff on like the summer and like days I can't really do anything. But I can't be on the lake with a freaking cast Or at least I don't think so. So
Yeah, I wouldn't do
yeah,
that.
but I'm just kind of bummed. I'm kind of bummed right now. It's been a rough like week and a half of just like kind of being on pain meds, being in a lot of pain, and then also just I don't know, just trying to manage boredom. I'm not really good at that, and yeah, so hope that.
Get Corey Sandhagen to lend you one of his books. You know, he reads all the time. You should get into like a good book or something. Every interview we do, I ask him for like a new recommendation because he's reading all the time. That could help some of the boredom.
It's funny because like I'll pop into Tiger Beetle and it's him and his coach Carrington, and they're just reading all day.
Yeah. So there you go. You
It's
could
not
get a
having,
new
like,
hobby at this point,
nerds
right?
get good at athleticism. I can't even stuff them into lockers or anything because they'll both ass.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, Brandon, thanks for doing this, and hey, congratulations on the incoming fatherhood. I think that's awesome because you work with kids too. You're going to be a great dad, man. You already got all the experience, kind of working with kids already, right?
Yeah, bro. I mean, I'd say I've never been so excited for anything in my life. It's really cool. Obviously, I just hope for a healthy baby and my girl turns out really healthy in the birth and all that stuff. But yeah, bro, I'm just so excited to like shape a man, you know? So it's really cool.